Hey everyone, this is the Review Vault. Today I am going to be reviewing and unboxing the Marvel Comics Spider-Man Marvel's Chameleon figure. I recently went to Disneyland this past weekend and it was a lot of fun and I got to check out a lot of cool stuff. I got to go check out the new Avengers campus area since I haven't been there in like 6 years. They've done a whole lot of new stuff, and I wanted to go check out all the new Spider-Man related stuff and everything else pretty much. And I went to go check out the Web Slingers ride, and next to the Web Slingers ride was the store. And I picked up one of these. This was actually the last Chameleon figure that was there. So I felt like I had to get it because of that fact. But this is actually one of my favorite kinds of Spider-Man villains, honestly. Especially as of recently, I've been watching a lot more of the Spider-Man 94 animated series. I kind of grew up with that show when I was really young, so this is kind of my first figure from that sort of universe. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool for me. So just wanted to show the front here. It seems like he comes with a couple accessories with the hands and then a J. Jonah Jameson mask. And he also comes with, I see, like a pistol and then a rifle down here. But yeah, let's just turn around on the back. You can see that there's more to collect from this toy line. You got Spider-Man Unlimited, Agent Venom, Spider-Boy, Electro, Marvel's Kane, and then there's him. But one of the things that I really like about Chameleon actually is the fact that he's actually a half brother of Kraven the Hunter. I never knew that for the longest time, but I think that's honestly really cool how he kind of connects with another Spider-Man villain. But yeah, that's the box. So let's open him up and then let's take a look at him. And here he is out of the box. So straight from the get-go, he is a very vibrant colored figure. He's definitely not like my previous figures that I opened in my last video where they were more realistic. This is very much a cartoon retro type figure, which is really cool. But let's take a look at his design. Okay, there we go. As you can see, there's not too much detail, considering the fact that he's supposed to be based on a cartoon, but he is a very nicely built figure, I will say. And you can still see the musculature in the legs and his arms, but very nicely done figure, I will say. Let's take a look at the articulation. His head seems to go around in 360. He bends back and forth. This little satchel that he has on his shoulder seems to kind of constrain him a little bit. He also seems to have a little neck piece up here that feels a little separate from his neck, which is interesting. Let's see his torso. He swivels. Then his elbows. What about shoulder? Yep. There you go. The wrist is, oh, it turns 360. Okay, and then let's take a look at his legs. Oh, his quads. It seems like his quads are supposed to have articulation, but he's got such a big quad that it's sort of hard to turn it all the way. You really have to force it. The knee bends pretty okay. He has a little shin that turns 360. And then his foot, not much articulation there, but decently articulated figure. Not bad. Okay, now that we've taken a look at that, let's take a look at his accessories. He seems to come with a couple fists if you want to change out the kind of hands that he has. And here's the rifle. And then the pistol. Then let's take a look at the J. Jonah Jameson mask. This is kind of a funny accessory. But yeah, for a figure from Disneyland, especially for me, this is not a bad souvenir, honestly. I didn't even think Disney would acknowledge the 9 to 4 animated series. You know, it's such a kind of old Spider-Man related material that I would think that they would have only focused on Tom Holland, but you know, this is it was nice to see that he was in there. And I also saw a Spider-Man 94 kind of figure. He wasn't an action figure with articulation, but he was more of like a statue, so his presence is there, surprisingly, at Disneyland. So I was really surprised. But yeah, very decent figure. If I had to give him a rating, I would give him like maybe maybe like a 7 out of 10. Not a bad figure. Definitely not the most popular Spider-Man villain, but he's definitely an interesting one. So I would say if you see this guy anywhere in stores, go ahead and pick yourself up one of these, and I will gladly put this guy on my shelf along with Spider-Man.